No need to revolt.
It's automatic. It's ingrained. It's the American spirit.
Dude,
I
last
know, actually.
baseball game I went to was 16 innings.
See, I would have made it for 10 innings. I'd have been fine.
It was more than a normal game. 16 innings. It was like fucking almost 1 a.m. when the game finished. I was like, this is shit. I don't want to do this again.
Yeah.
That's insanity.
I like baseball, but I've been here 5 hours.
They're like, hey guys, we haven't sold enough hot dogs.
1050. I don't even know what it is.
They're splitting the hot dog and booze sale with the baseball players and shit.
You know, it's been long when you could look at the players and actually watch their beards grow. I've
Okay,
seen that.
guys, I'm gonna start off with Marjorie because we need to get a little time to get Baltan to the forest, and then after that, we'll rotate back around to everybody else in the group.
Sounds good.
Marjorie, you had left the bar. Not much time has passed.
No,
for you guys really, because after Baltan and Marjorie left last week, and not much time had really passed. They just did their studying and finished up. So Marjorie, you went back to the barracks to relax, right, and get your thoughts together after everything happened. As soon as you arrive at the barracks, one of the other clerics there approach you and say, "You have a message from the commander. He needs to see you immediately."
All right, well, I'll go to the commander.
So you start heading across town to go to the commander. We'll fast forward a little bit. By the way, guys in the bar, what we're going to do is I'm going to run these, and then I'm going to run you an instance-based version of the bar so we can move past that, and we'll roll out a couple dice, and we'll make some events happen. So Marjorie, you approach the big wooden doors in the commander's office. You hear him yelling inside, and another man's deep voice yelling back at him.
Right, I'll pause for a second and try to see if I can make out what are they saying. Perception.
Cool, you hear it. You could overhear the commander arguing with the leader of the paladins in town about the Iron Root itself and what they're going to do with it and how it's going to be shipped. The paladin is trying to impose his rules and his safety upon that. Also, they begin to argue about a group of heretics they have found in the town that the paladins are telling him that he has no choice. Under the authority of the church directly itself, they will be punished.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and knock on the door.
Just as you knock, the doors fling open. The paladin's helmet looks at you. You can't make a face out from inside of it. He turns to the side and walks down the stairs. The commander sighs and looks at you and he says, "Marjorie, come in."
I'm going to go ahead and come in.
And he says, "Please shut the doors on the way in. I don't want anyone to hear this."
Done.
"Marjorie, I have always thought of you since you've arrived here as one of the best clerics here. Do you know why?"
Isn't it obvious? I think to myself, but to him I say, no, not really.
"It's because you seek the truth. In all matters, you seek the truth. But you respect the fact that truth can be dangerous. Not all truth needs to be revealed, but you always try to find it. You know when to hold that truth back and when to release it. That's why I put you up for a commendation. Strange times are in Tropica right now. Things are starting to change, and I need to count on truth seekers like you. I put you up for a commendation and it was announced. You are now the chief investigator for Tropica concerning the consumption." And he walks over to you and he opens his hand and there's a small silver badge. And you would know it as a badge that's given to clerics that have become investigator clerics. And he says, "I bestow upon you now the rank of Truth Seeker." Well, it puts it against your collar, and he attaches it.
Inquisition, baby!
Nobody expects Spanish Inquisition.
There is another matter now that you have taken the mantle of this and you have been promoted. This matter is to be kept between us and only us. Do you understand, Sister Payne?
I do.
We need to know the intents of what these paladins are doing. There have been a lot of things going missing from here to the capital. I've been keeping my own records, but this Iron Root It's a very dangerous thing. It cannot fall into public hands. It's under guard for right now, but we need to find out if it's actually being delivered to the church for disposal. Can I count on you?
Absolutely.
He walks over to you and he says, "Go now. Seek the truth, and we shall enlighten ourselves."
I exit the room.
I just pictured her going, "Well, all right, you know."
Nothing to do.
I just did that whole scene without flipping everything over for you guys. I didn't mean to do that. I wasn't paying attention. Anyway. So, you accept the honor of becoming a truth seeker for the Cleric Corps. You exit out of the office and you head down the stairs. You step out into the world now different. Promoted. Not just a normal cleric anymore. You have begun to rise through the ranks.
GG, mofo.
I'm adding experience to your character sheet right now. I added everybody's experience last week, by the way.
Ooh, cool.
All right. Well, what time is it right now?
It is a little after midday. With this duty, your job as a cleric now changes. So you don't have to do shifts anymore and the northern farms and stuff like that. You have to deliver a report to the commander.
All right, but what am I supposed to investigate?
The consumption, and secretly you're supposed to investigate the paladins. What they're doing with the iron root.
Where are the paladins?
The paladins are finishing up removing the iron root from the Belmar farm out in the Tropica County, but they have been storing it someplace, and one of your party members knows about it. So you're going to have to ask around to collect information.
Well, and where is everybody else right at the moment?
Tavern still.
All right, well, I'll head over to Tavern.
That's perfect, because now I can swap over to Baltan, man. Baltan, when you ran to the forest, did you run or did you shift shape to get there?
Well, it'd be hard to do it in the middle of the day.
Well,
So
I mean, once you're in the forest and nobody's
I'm in the forest, then I'll go ahead and shapeshift and make sure no one's around, obviously.
I was just making sure. However you want to do it.
And I want to make sure if I see any deer, I might want to try and tag those.
So you fly and land in front of the bear in the grove. What say there, Baltan?
I say, "Hello, bear." What's his name? Graham. "Hello, Graham. I have come to see the tree."
There we go. He's got a name now. Go on in. I've been keeping everything out of here. I haven't seen any of those paladins. But like I said, young one, send them my way. It will be their last day.
All right, let's go to the tree then.
You approach the tree. He seems to be sleeping. He's lightly snoring away.
And I guess I walk up and then I just hit my staff a little hard on the ground.
How have you progressed?
And I say, "I have come across this seed." And I pull it out of my pocket.
His eyes open up wide and he says, "This is exactly what we needed. Thank you for completing this task. Now, please hand me this seed." And a branch comes down and reaches towards your hand.
Obviously, I hand him the seed then.
He takes the seed and he puts it into his mouth. You hear a clunk sound as if he is swallowing it. He starts to somewhat shake his leaves and the ground begins to vibrate. His roots clench up like he's gripping the ground. You can hear harmonic sounds coming from around you, like wind chimes almost. Roll perception.
Yeah.
You don't notice it. So you hear the harmonic sounds like wind chimes from around you. Roots fire up out of the ground and start grabbing onto you and grappling onto you.
I guess try to back away.
They've grappled onto you. They're holding your arms and they're slowly wrapping around your whole body. His eyes and his mouth, that are holes in this tree, start to light up. The branches spread and the light shoots up in the air. The bear turns and looks. He runs off into the trees as if he's scared. The goats running up the rocks, climbing away. The badger digs down into the ground. All the goats run away. The tree grows 5-6 foot And as this tree grows, the branches and roots are lifting you up out of the ground. They start to wrap around you. You can't keep your hands gripped on your staff. Roll a dexterity save, please. You drop your staff. It falls to the ground. The roots completely start encasing your entire body. Then they start to force down your throat.
I'm going to wild shape into a bird and try to fly away.
As you try to shape, every bit of magic energy is drawn out of you. You feel weak. You start to get dizzy. And now you take damage. 7 damage. Please don't tell me you're dead. Oh.
I got 1 HP.
No, that's fine. You're good. Just wait. We're going to jump back over to Tropica real quick. Time looms in front of us all. We're all faced with different things that we don't want to do. And problems that we face, right? This is a common thing with life. And this is exactly how Kirkendall was feeling as he sat on the end of the dock, watching the water and just worried about his time coming up with Clevis. How is he going to get out of this? He's got a plan, but when he tried to enact this plan, a god came down and shot magic into the middle of his forehead and knocked him against a wall and broke the damn wall. So, hesitant about asking a god for another favor again, he sits on the docks after he completes his small shift and thinks. Proceed, Kirkendall.
Damn, I don't want to do that again. Thinking to myself, first god I've actually seen knocked the crap out of me. That's not good. Don't know where to go, maybe? That's an idea. But Merrick still comes first.
So what are you going to do, bud?
I'm going to fish for 15 minutes. Just one fishing bit.
Survival roll for fishing? Yes, please.
Alright, working on it. Survival rolling. 7.
Counter roll puts you at 2 fish. I'm putting more in your inventory right now.
That's fine. Alright. I am going to go ahead and get up and head to the tavern and see if there's someone I know around there.
As you're walking down the street, you see Marjorie a little bit ahead of you on the street, and she's walking the same direction as you, but headed to the tavern just the same.
I'll just yell, "What up, Marge?"
What's happening, Kirkendall?
I'm gonna go to the tavern, see who I can't wrangle up, because Merrick is huge on my list to do. He's priority number 1.
Well, I'm gonna ask him if he knows where Paladins store the silverwood.
What?
He's
was
asking
the
you
question?
if you know where the paladins store the iron root.
Oh, iron root.
Sorry, dude. One-on-one?
Yes, you're talking to each other right before you arrive at the bar. You're at the door of the bar right now. Do you want to proceed in?
Just tell Marjorie, yeah, let's go in. As far as your iron root, I don't know. But I can help you out as soon as we get Merrick out of his shit. And then by all means, I'll help you out. I can shake a motherfucker down.
All right, well, let's go in.
You head into the Tropica Taveroni. The lunch rush has just finished up, and it is a pretty decent day in the Tropica Taveroni. Since this time that has passed, I'm going to roll some events for you guys, if you guys are ready for that.
Yeah.
You, Sugaboo?
Alright, we're going to progress it by 2 hours. Lunch rush has passed. I'm going to roll 2 dice. That's 1. Oh, crap. So the first thing that happens is that Frank took over and was carrying a plate to a customer, a noble. And right before he arrived at the table, he tripped, fell, and spilled the entire bowl of hot stew into this noble's lap. He's completely pissed off at you and at the bar right now. Sir, your staff spilled the stew into my lap. I can't believe you would hire such buffoons.
Well, I do apologize. I'm sure it was an accident. Of course, the meal is free of charge. He will be sent through a remedial course and tested on balance. So I apologize for any inconvenience, and I ask that you forgive us and this establishment on his behalf.
But of course, when I was growing up, if you messed up on the job, you got lashes. I think that we should bring that capital punishment back.
Well, sir, according to those rules, then if you were to mess up on your job, you too would be lashed. And I don't see a powerful individual like yourself being drugged through the street and chained to a post and publicly lashed. This is beneficial to the community.
You very well have a point, young man. I like the way you two run this place. Thilbus would have just shoved money into my face. You seem to at least have some good sense. If you're ever interested in business opportunities, please look me up.
Oh, and what is your name, sir?
Gerald.
Gerald.
Yes.
Well known around here? It's just the one name? Your mother didn't give you there's no surname? No.
My family did not have a family name. We grew up. We didn't have titles or anything like that. I earned my space in nobility by doing good, hard, honest work. I own one of the most profitable businesses around.
But if I was to just inquire about Gerald broadly around, they would know it was you?
Yes, of course.
And he leans across the bar. He puts his hand out to shake your hand.
I'll shake his hand.
As you lean in to shake his hand, you smell shit. Just utter shit. Now you know why people would know who you're talking about.
He's the manure guy.
He cleans out the bogs.
Well, it's a pleasure, Gerald.
And
Please come back and visit our establishment in the future.
he says thank you, and he puts his coins on the counter, and he walks off. Marjorie Kirkendall, as you're coming in the door, a guy that smells like shit walks past you. But he's dressed really nice. Now for your second emergency. Sorry you guys got a 1. This is one that I've been holding for a while. Fire in the kitchen, like a big fire. I think we're going to definitely hear Frank now. You can hear you.
Yep, it's better.
Alright, man. Thanks. It's taken some work.
So, there is a fire in the kitchen. It is a raging inferno fire in the kitchen. Smoke is billowing out. Lucy comes running out. Kurt stumbles out.
What are you two idiots doing back there?
Frank fills his bucket full of water and runs into the kitchen.
Frank, wait.
Lucy is screaming fire.
Shut up, Lucy. You're not helping.
People start to look your way. Go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna, first off, I'm gonna stop Frank. Listen, it's water only on table to stop the fire from spreading. Don't put water on the fire. It's a grease fire. That's not how water works. It's not good. It's actually the opposite. So what we need to do here is we need to smother it. Get really large, maybe burlap sacks. You could soak in water or something.
In the right storeroom, there you remember there are a bunch of sacks of wheat flour.
I'm just gonna run in there and cut a few open. They just dump the flour out on the ground.
You go into the kitchen. You can see Bartholomew still cooking. As he's surrounded by flames.
Is he effectively cooking, or?
Yes, he's still effectively cooking.
He's fine.
Damn.
He just, the flames just don't bother him.
As long as he's not burning the food and he's like cooking nothing, at which point you're stupid.
There's about
Still making good food, I don't care.
There's
Can't catch on fire.
So those are the flames. You run in there. Thalion, Americus, you guys are in the bar. Y'all gonna go help or just chill?
I'm going to make sure not get in the way.
That's good. You're at the bar.
I got a drink while this is happening.
He's just sitting there with a drink, smiling.
Watching the fire go.
Yep. Kurt and Frank follow you into the storeroom.
All right, I'll cut open one of the bags, dump it out, give the empty sack to Kurt, tell him, dip this in Frank's bucket and then throw it on the fire.
Dips it in Frank's bucket. I don't know why that sounded dirty, but he dips it in Frank's bucket. He runs out. He throws it onto the fire.
We'll just keep doing this, one at a time.
So it goes down by that much. He comes back in. It's still burning, but it went down a little bit. Frank looks at you and he goes, "Oh, man, what do you want me to do?"
Nothing, just hold that bucket, Frank, you're doing great.
All right, whatever. He reaches in his pocket and he grabs a cigar and lights it up. Even though he's not supposed to be smoking in the kitchen, but he figured since there's a fire, might as well.
That is so me.
I don't really care about the cigar smoke right now.
Kurt dips it in there, goes back, same thing. That fire is now out. Same thing. Oh, that's a good one. and then he stamps that one out with what's left of it. Comes back, does the same thing. Oh, it does nothing. The bag gets a little bit charred. You roll to get the bag out of the fire. Yep, he gets the bag out of the fire. He comes back, the bag is steaming hot, and there are char marks on it. Dips it in the water. Oh! And this one's almost out. Bartholomew still cooking. He's gonna give you one more shot. It's completely out. The fire is now extinguished.
Well, good job, guys. This is gonna be the standard operating procedure anytime there's a fire. We're gonna do this. Save that sack. That's your fire extinguisher.
Alright. The sound of the flames died away completely. It's still a bit smoky in there. But, other than that, people are kind of drunk enough that they don't really care.
We'll open that back window of the storage room and let it air out a bit.
You see Marjorie and Kirkendall approach the bar. You guys approach the bar, and you see a sweaty-looking Lucian who's just standing in a room of fire, and Frank's standing beside him, holding a bucket of water.
I'll motion to Frank.
What do you want?
Middle finger and wave.
Fuck you too, man.
That's it.
And he steps back behind Lucian, still holding a bucket of water.
Thank you, Frank. You can go back to what you were doing. Excellent job.
Don't care. Puts the bucket down on the ground, and then walks off. One more
I
roll.
turn to the
and
group sitting at the bar.
One more roll. Final event. You guys can. Oh, hell good. All right, gotta do something. This is. Be happy you got this one. So I'm gonna beg you to not be an asshole when I do this.
Ooh, are you talking to D&D Beyond?
No, I'm talking to you.
Oh. You're like, please don't show me the eyes of the beholders.
A woman walks into the bar. She comes up and she says, "Hey, do you work here?"
Who, me?
"Yes, you handsome devil."
Yes, for the time being.
"Well, my name is Glinda. I'm looking for a job here in Tropica."
And you want to be a tavern host? A bar wench?
"Of course not, my dear. Look at me. With my personality and my vernacular, I am here to help you run this place. Give me a shot. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Here are my references." She hands out a scroll.
Sounds like she can
Expect.
run the 30-minute rentals.
Oh my god. Back kitchen specials.
And he hands you the scroll.
I want to take it and read it.
You open the scroll. You see that she has over 10 years worth of restaurant experience in all of the major cities, including Talmadun and the Seljuk Empire.
Very impressive, my dear. What's her name? I'm sure it's on the resume. Glinda what? Just Glinda?
Yep.
Oh, very impressive, Miss Glinda. Pray tell, what would it cost me to require your assistance?
Well, was just passing through, but I really love this town. Such a beautiful view. I don't know, let's say 3 gold pieces a day in meals?
And how many days is it again? 4?
It's supposed to be 8, but I'd like to cut you guys to 4. Because
Okay, however many. I don't remember how long the trip was supposed to take.
But she is a restaurant manager, basically.
Yeah, and we'll just take it out of the cut of the restaurant. It'll be cost of operating. Well, my dear Glinda, I believe that we have an accord. And I will stick my hand out to shake.
And she shakes your hand, and as soon as she does, she says, "Help up, please." And she pulls on her weight to lift herself up onto the bar. So you help her up, and she stomps her feet and stands up and says, "Here, ye everybody, look at me." And she starts to entertain the bar a little bit. She says, "I am Glinda. I am the good witch from the south, and I will dance on any pole that needs to be danced on to make sure you guys have a good time in this tavern. So let's get everybody up here to the bar. Let's not be weak little mice. Let's see if you can drink like men. I know that those Seljuk Empire guys could drink a pretty darn good bit. If we have any people from the Empire of Grand, you guys, you drink plenty of stout things. So let's get this place a little bit more lively. Let's stop being down." And then everybody in the bars, all the guys jump up, and they seem to be really excited, and they start cheering and clapping and everything else. and people just start piling up to the bar to order drinks.
Alright. I'm gonna motion to Lucian, because I know he's here. I see him.
He's right in front of me.
I'm just gonna tell him, hey, we're gonna pick a corner spot. Get out of this spectacle.
You could go to your room that you...
I'll tell him. Why don't we take one of the the open back room?
Will do, dude. See me soon when you get a break. Marjorie, you want to come with me?
Sure.
Let me clarify. I don't run this. We run this. Yes, you are familiar with the plural noun we, as in multiple, as in you and I and others.
Because if you don't help, you don't get a cut of the money at the end.
What?
Yes. But do you think I was running a charity here?
Dude, you did this on your own.
I did
This
not.
is-
I did nothing.
I don't know what happened. I know nothing of this.
Hey, that's fine. If you didn't want to help, you don't get a cut of that.
I can... Well, Lucian, run docks. Do you need shit packed over here specifically? I run docks.
Well, I don't know. Look around. I'm sure there's things that we can do. I'm a bard. What do you think I know about running a tavern?
Exactly.
Didn't you want me to... You expect me to know?
Also,
No,
I'm a
but
fisherman.
I expect you to see something and go, oh, I could probably fix that. And then, cool.
Yo.
Anybody that can lift things and do things is game for any of that kind of stuff. But there's a whole basement down there that leads to the catacombs, mind you, that needs to be cleaned up.
Fine.
I'm just
I'll
saying
cut
it's
you...
an option. You don't have to do it.
You don't have to. I'm just saying there are things that can be done.
Alright. For the sake of Thelbis, and you...
My ass has nothing to do with this.
Oh god, someone's ass does. I never did this.
I believe that was Marjorie.
I was waiting for somebody to point it out.
What? Marjorie?
And I point at my Truth Seeker badge and say, somebody had to do it.
Truth Seeker? What is this?
Truth of this is.
Dagnabbit, now I'm more confused than anything. Lucian?
Hey,
Yes?
Life's confusing, bro.
Oh, I am so mad at you. Well, still,
Is just sitting there smiling with his head.
I can't afford shit here. So I am not going to incur a debt, but I am going to use that back room. And Marjorie? We gonna talk about this bar thing, because that was beyond my knowledge.
Well, you were out and about.
You had shit to do.
Exactly.
So, let's just go to the back of the bar. I can't afford anything right now.
Well, this bar is a gold mine. This is our...
You haven't figured out yet that if you're working for the bar, there might be a discount on food and drinks?
Merrick is my sole drive right now.
Your soulmate.
Who?
Merrick. That's right, I forgot.
Well, don't you remember he could be in the basement?
Yes, I know, but one problem at a time, and yes, I wanted to enlighten everyone on what I'm planning to do, because if I gotta do it solo, I will do it solo. So, I prefer help. That's why I wanted to go to the back of the barn and get away from this, because I can't afford that, and whatever. Details can be ironed out later.
Customers seem to be reacting greatly to it. Everybody fired up.
So, you want to go, Marjorie?
Where are you going again?
Just a vacant spot,
The meeting.
so we can get out of here. I know what she's doing. She's hustling, and I don't got money for that.
Well, hold on. We as me and you, or whole as a group?
Do you want me to... Actually, stay right there for a second. I'm gonna tap on the shoulder of Americus.
Americus, he taps on your shoulder.
I'll look at him, a little buzzed.
Hey, buddy.
Yes?
Take your drink with you. We're gonna hit the meeting room, and I would very much like your presence there, so we can work on what I want to do, and then from there, I can help y'all with whatever this is.
I say,
So-
lead the way, and I jump down off my stool, and I follow your ass.
All right,
Okay.
there we go. Me, Marjorie, and
Stallion?
Yeah.
Are you gonna go?
oh shit, Dalian's there.
He's right there.
Shit, give him the wave. Hey, come on.
You gonna go, Thalion?
Yep.
Alright. Lucian?
He didn't say shit to me.
Shouldn't he be running this thing?
He's got somebody to run it for him now.
Again, not my bar.
All right, Lucian, you want?
Want in on what?
let's just go to the room, because I can't. Let's just go to the room and talk. This is loud, and while I am sociable, I'd like a pint, but I can't afford a pint. I am broke as fuck.
Yes, well, I've heard of several brothels leading with that line.
We're going to the
I don't
room you
think I can
designated.
follow you into a room until you explain to me why.
We're going to the room you just told us to go to.
Well, you asked for a private area, so I told you that there was a private area. But why do you need my presence?
A bigger party is a better party. Can we talk in
Lucian.
private?
How big a dick? I'm gonna snap over and look at Sally, and I'm gonna go, one more word out of you, and I'll ban you from these premises.
I'll fucking punch you in the throat if you talk to me like that again. You'll never ban me.
You're 100%, I'll get you banned from the town. And then what?
You fucking won't?
I'm sorry, you know my last name?
Do you know how much people like me?
Not at all.
Everyone loves me.
I don't think anyone knows who you are.
Fuck you. No one likes you.
Actually, it's right there in the title, Bard Extraordinaire, Town Hero.
And you're just being a big old bully. That's all I see right here.
Well, I am trying to keep this place afloat with no help from any of you. I thought this was going to be a group endeavor, but I'm not cut out to run a bar.
You didn't ask me to help you. What do you want me to do?
Shit, I don't even know. I'm way in over my head here, guys.
To be fair, this would be eating at him a lot. This is like, Lucian has never taken on an endeavor this big, and the pressures of running a business and not disappointing Elvis, and also the pressure from his father, because this place is really fucking important to the survival of the town.
Yeah.
So,
Alright, let's just go to the meeting room and we can discuss everything.
okay.
Lucian, do you want to lead the way?
I'll take a 15-minute break, but you've got to be concise. Glinda, I'm taking a break.
Don't worry about it, darling. I've got everything well in hand here, and I might have a few other things in hand very soon. And all the guys cheer and laugh and their little crotch grab thing. So you all file into the meeting room. Once you get in there, so there's a little gavel there, and Lucian shows up with the gavel, and he's like, I'm taking official minutes here. The meeting may now begin because I'm here. So,
God, Bartholomew scribbling notes, just a quill and pen, just writing.
So you're in the meeting room, and it is much quieter in there than what it is outside, because Glinda's got everybody all riled up. All right, Marjorie, you have some news to tell the group about your accommodation and promotion.
But just between us, what was the portion I'm not supposed to tell anyone about the Iron Root or Solar Root?
Oh, you're just not supposed to tell them you're investigating the Paladins. You can say you're talking about the Iron Root, just don't tell them you're investigating the Paladins themselves. That's what the commander said, keep between them.
All right, well, I'll tell everyone that I've been promoted to the head cleric investigator.
Really, Marjorie?
Yes, I really deserved it, by the way. And
So, you're in a...
Lucian, you would know this promotion. Cleric investigators are called truth seekers.
Oh, they made you a seeker, did they?
they sure did. And I'm tasked with the investigating the corruption and finding the source of the whole thing. The consumption. That's right.
For this, each area of the empire has a regional, right? And you are the regional for...
I'm regional manager investigator.
Oh! Marjorie! You bumped up! Congrats, girl!
Yes, I'm not sure exactly what perks come with the title, but I'm sure we'll find out.
Oh.
You sense that Kirkendall is about to ask you if you got a raise and if he can have a loan.
I quickly switched the topic. So, does anyone know anything about the Iron Root and where it might be in town?
Oh, I happen to know about that.
All right, and I take my notepad and I tell them. So, what do you know?
Oh, I believe they're storing it over at, I don't remember the NPC's name.
Phineas,
They're storing it over at Phineas's shop, just southern gate.
the sharecropper shack, you would know.
Sharecropper shit. There are entire piles of it gathered there, awaiting, I believe he said transport for disposal. It's very interesting. It's almost like piles of scrap metal. I wonder if it could be worked or smithed, but Phineas said it was well beyond anyone here's expertise, so I don't know how they're going to destroy it.
Interesting. Do you know why they chose Phineas's place to store it?
I don't, but I'd hazard a guess that it's a large warehouse. There are a lot of things stored in there, and it wouldn't raise anyone's suspicions.
I see. All right. Well, I start writing in my notepad and zone out a bit.
The representative from the Cleric Corps yields the floor, and the guy that assembled the Avengers is AFK.
Hey, I just got back.
On to our next item of business.
Tonight, I am going to go and do my best to rescue Merrick. I need help. I know Merrick.
But, oh.
Yes, that guy.
I thought he went home.
No, because that was, give or take, he's been gone. And after the slime attack, Marjorie, you said you were an investigator now? You can actually jot that down as if you're actually doing something.
You still know how you skate your job?
What's slime attack?
When shapeshifters.
Oh, I see.
And we have that cave there, or trap cave. So that's why I wanted Americus on here. I don't want to be turned into minced tuna again.
That was pretty bad.
Stallion had to save my ass. Or was it Baltan?
No, it was Marjorie. Or no, it was Baltan.
So
Yes.
you mean the trap door over there in the cellar?
It's got to lead somewhere. I think we should take what the boy said and take down the waterway and go through that way. I don't like it. Well, for me, I love water, but Marjorie, I could take her down and keep her safe. So
Tonight you want to venture into the sewers to search for Merrick.
absolutely, dude. I'd rather do it with y'all than anyone else. And secondly, Lucian, whatever this is, tell me what you need help with and I will help you out. But Merrick is my top priority. I cannot change that and I will not. I'm just being honest with you, Lucian.
I can think of one way right now that it can be changed. But it's neither here nor there.
So once we get Merrick out of there, or do the damn best,
Or die.
I don't want to envision that.
Well,
I know that
he could no longer be your number one priority because...
Lucian, that's horrible, even by your standard.
I was just saying technically.
Yes, but there is still hope. I mean, for God's sakes, you're a bard. You should know about hope.
You said there's no way, and I was like, well, there is one way, and here's the way. I didn't say it was a good way, I just said it was a way.
What, by letting him die? Or do you know?
Letting him, per se. Things happen.
No, absolutely not.
I'm not saying we kill him or even don't try and help him. I'm just saying if we get down there and it's too late.
Then I'll recover a body and I could bury it, or at least put it out to sea, if that's the worst case scenario. But I can't in good faith, as a friend, no more than you, something bad happens to you, I will come looking for you. I have to.
Well,
We are friends.
I'm not saying we don't go. I'm just pointing out.
Yeah, so you help me, I help you, because mornings I work the dock. So if you need anything unloaded to here, I can help you out with that.
Well,
And then once I can help.
Also, the basement needs a complete refurbish, but we got to start with the demo and the removal of trash and the broken cask.
If there's food and drink on the table, I'm down. Sound good, Lucian?
You do it because you have a 1/6 stake in this place. Not because I'm going to pay. Otherwise, I'm going to pay you, and you're not going to get the 1/6 of the profit. I don't care which way, but you can't have it both.
So I'm involved with this no matter what.
But unless you're saying right now I don't want to be involved, in which case I'll just no problem, no harm, no foul.
Well,
You don't have to do anything, but you won't get any of the profit.
hold on. I've got a character direct on this a little bit. Frank, you're giving the impassioned friendship, help friends out kind of thing. Well, your friends are stuck in a position of having to help take care of this bar because they're friends of Philbus and they're doing a nice thing for Philbus, but at the same time, everybody's getting paid. So, if you really are a help type friends kind of person, you would want to help them out with the position that they're in.
Yes, I know, and I do, and I will. But Merrick is my number one priority. Once number one is done, by all means. Number two, bar. Help them out, for sure.
We get that, but what he's saying is...
But help us and then we'll help you.
But its time is
Because we're a
going
team.
on.
Exactly.
The bar can't close in the meantime. You understand what
And
I'm
you
saying?
can-
These things are not mutually exclusive.
And
Continue.
And say it a third time. That'll make it much more clear.
time goes by better when you're focused, and when you're all together, you get more focus.
Alright, so when this bar closes, what time does the bar even close?
2 a.m. Last call's about 1:50, 1:45, I'd say.
So that means we will be. So what do you want me to say? Ditch
We're gonna set
Merrick?
up, and then you and I can take
help
it.
them finish the shift.
I think you're very confused about what I've been. I want you to listen and comprehend the words I'm about to speak to you.
Bard is speaking.
If you help us run this tavern, we will give you 1/6 of the profit generated in the time that we ran it. If you do not want to help us run this tavern, I will not give you the 1/6, i.e., your share of running the tavern, because you did not assist in running the tavern. If there are little jobs around that you want to do for food and drink, but you're not getting the profit from running the tavern because you didn't help us run the tavern. That has nothing to do with us going to look for Merrick, right? That discussion is tabled right now, and we're talking about the tavern. You can do both, right? It's not one or the other.
Fine. So you want me to help you right now?
Well, I don't have anything for you to do right this minute. I was just in general. Because you said that you would never got talked to about this. I didn't want to strong arm you into doing it if you didn't want to.
No, I get you, Lucian. I do.
But it's like we're investors, right? You're using your
Right. And
get the percentage of the profits. We either split it 5 or 6 ways, whether or not
Right.
you choose to invest.
no, I absolutely will help. Don't get me wrong, Lucian. I am not letting you down. I am just as panicked as you are. So I'm running on high emotions.
I get that. I didn't even realize that Merrick was in danger state.
Yes, he very much is. So we both got our unique challenges. Let's use that.
Well, if we run this place, close it down at the normal time, and then go traipsing through the sewers, tomorrow's going to be rough, but we can do it.
Because I still got to talk to my dear friend, what's his name? Cleebus. And I am dreading that. I don't know if I have a workaround. Oh,
You got
Lucian.
You got 2 days until your date.
Lucian.
Yes.
Marjorie. Oh, Marjorie's not here. Lucian. Gods are real, and they slapped the crap out of me.
I know, you've said this already.
Just making sure. Alright. That's it. So, Lucian, you want me to work on clearing out the other room?
Sure. If I would recommend you take Americus down there. He's pretty handy with tinkering and construction. Maybe he can figure out which of the casks and brewing apparatuses can be saved, salvaged, etc. And maybe you guys get a working still together, and we can begin producing alcohol.
Good quick way.
That sound. It's a win, right? More money for us, more booze for you.
It's also what I didn't tell you was I did have a prophetic when I met God, false God. He showed me, for the most part, the way. At least I think it's the way. And yes, he is being injured by those shapeshifters. So you understand my concern.
I'm more concerned about your mental well-being.
Noted.
A false god appeared to you and showed you the way.
And I asked that God to help me, and then proceed to slap the crap out of me. So you already know. Alright, Lucian, go ahead and this is 15 minutes. Let's go ahead. You go handle the bar. I'll go start working on the where all that destroyed shit is. At least take care of the stuff that I know is properly destroyed. Sound good?
That sounds excellent. Thank you.
Alright.
Americus, you going to help?
He's out. Marjorie's out. Ken is out.
Oh, wow, who's still here?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
Dennis, why did you think all these people were gone?
Oh shit, oh okay, there it is. My bad.
You got your Zoom on a different organizer. Americus, are you going to go tinker with the stills?
You're damn right I am. I'm fucking with shit. Let me roll my fuck with shit.
You're gonna get a skill called fuck with shit. All right, that leaves Stallion and Marjorie and Lucian still in the room.
Well, good luck on your investigation, Seeker. And I'll nod at Marjorie.
Thanks.
And I'll walk back out and entertain the tavern.
As soon as you walk out, you see Glinda has two nobles up on the bar, and her boobs are out.
Whatever works.
That's extra, guys.
Stallion,
I'm staying with doing the duty at the bar. Just gonna hang out until some work needs to be done.
Lucian, you go back behind the bar. Marjorie, you're gonna go out into the city, or are you gonna work the bar for rumors?
I guess I'm gonna take a seat and just listen to what's happening.
We will do that. Alrighty, back deep inside the Shral Forest. Baltan, you awaken, and you are completely healed. Your body pulses with energy. The tree's limbs hang low, as if it were cradling you while you lay on the soft grass.
So I spring up, and I jump up and down, and I say, "What happened?"
You are now one with the grove. Deep inside of you, primeval wood elf magic pulses. It will grow inside of you in time.
What will happen in the long term?
In the long term, your life is now connected to the grove. So if I die, you die. And if you die, I die.
I understand.
So you feel the ancient wood elf magic pulse inside of you. The tree begins to tell you about how groves are long and lost. There's very few groves left in the world. The ancient knowledge that resides beneath his bark has not completely come back to him, but he knows that there are other groves in this world, and those groves are controlled by other powerful druids.
And so I say to the tree, this connects us, and so this means I need to find more of these seeds to make us stronger?
Yes, it can help. Ancient knowledge that I gained through consumption of these seeds. It does help. Long dormant knowledge left inside of the plants I can consume may help us understand what is happening to the world.
I don't like how he said the consume. I'll see what I can do for you in that, and hopefully this will lead more into why the consumption is happening.
It will. Grows need maintenance and cultivation. Remember to come here anytime you are hurt or feeling that you cannot be cleansed. This is now your sanctuary.
Thank you.
And the bear comes over to you and nudges you with his head and puts it down for you to pet him and scratch behind his ears.
Can I tame him?
You could certainly try.
It's fine. I think we'll just stick to where we are right now.
Let's just be friends.
Plus, then that means I gotta feed him and all that, and I'm not trying to do that.
Oh, damn, that's right, it's a bear.
Yep. Alright. So what are you gonna do now?
I say, can you give me a lift back to the village? Well, since I did a rest, does that count as my...
Yes.
Can I wild shape again?
Yes, you are fully rested at this point.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and wild shape again to the bird and then get to the outsides of the forest and then head back to the village.
You become a bloodhawk. You soar off into the air. Now that you guys are working together as a team, I can speed this up. So team works. Alright, all roles are filled. So how this works, guys, so anytime you have a property or a place or something that produces something, you can hire folks to do all the jobs, right? And at this particular place, there are always 4 jobs open that need to be done for it to run. You have 5 jobs. You have all 5 jobs filled at this point, so this place will run itself. But since you're helping out, we get bonuses and things start to happen actually with this place other than just meeting their minimum standard. We will also fast forward time through this as well. So I'm going to roll the event rolls first. After that, everybody's going to need to roll their specific role of what they're doing. So you need to tell me what you're doing. Kirkendall, Americus, and Edgar, I know what they're doing. Lucian, since you're management, but also managing employees, you need to assign a job to Thalion so I can tell him what to roll, unless you want him to just handle events.
I'm muted. No, I definitely do not want him to handle that.
And can I send him out for
ingredient gathering.
Yes. He can forage and
Would you
hunt.
be willing to do that, Thelian? Supplement some of our foodstuffs by fresh
You mean if I can help by leaving? Fuck it.
forest and gathering either herbs or fruit fish or any type of meat or anything that we can make a meal out of, and then we can serve it here, and it will reduce the cost of operating, which will then increase our profits.
So he's gonna
Question: do you think whenever I was flying back, could I have scouted where deer were, and then I can give those locations to Thalion?
You can. That's not. We're gonna run it by events, so it's not gonna really matter. But I can give you a better DC on it, Thalia. If he's going to relay that stuff to you, and then see you, you could join him and join the forage and hunt thing, right? And we'll just roll events at lower DCs, and you could have a better chance of critical success. So Thalion goes out to forage and hunt. All right, Lucian, are you handling events?
Yes.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I should not do that. Good event! A noble decides to tip a very big tip to Glenda, and it goes into the tip jar.
Well, thank you, my good man.
107. He tipped 107 gold. So
Damn.
set that aside on tips. Next event. Not good. This is the second worst event that I had planned for this. I didn't know if we were going to get to do it, but...
I already had the worst event, so fucking have at me.
Good luck, man.
There we go. Lucian, roll perception. You do see this.
Hang on 1 second. I'm being attacked by a flying cockroach.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Marjorie, roll perception.
All right. I have smashed into a million pieces.
Killed that motherfucker.
First I thought it was a June bug, and I was ignoring it, and then it wasn't, and I panicked.
Marjorie, did you roll perception?
He's on mute.
Oh.
He did say he was mood changing his parking spot.
30 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's fine. Lucian,
Yes.
in the door, you see somebody in a hooded black leather armor start to come into the bar.
I want to follow with my eyes.
Basically comes up and walks behind the bar. He walks up to you.
Can I help you?
Yes, you can tell me where Thilbus is.
Why would I do that?
Yes, I have business with him.
Well,
We
not here.
have business with this whole tavern. It's time for his payment.
Sorry, I was not instructed to pay anyone. What is this regarding?
This is in regards to his loans.
I'm unfamiliar with that. Can it wait until he returns? He's not here at the moment.
Payment is due today or tomorrow.
Well, that kind of sounds like a personal problem.
It's gonna be a personal problem for you if me and the rest of the members have to come by here. 500 gold tomorrow. And he turns and walks away.
I wouldn't hold your breath.
You're going to be the one holding your breath beneath the waves of Tropica.
Really sounds like a threat to me. I'll let you have you. I do not respond kindly to threats.
And he walks out. Next event. Oh, good event. That's good. The Berserker comes around and gives you 150 gold for the rent of the room for this week.
Thank you.
And he smiles at you and he says, I like the way you run this place. Thilbus always seems so weak. You seem like a tough little guy. And he pushes you on the shoulder and he almost pushes you over when he does it because it's so hard. And he tosses you an extra 25.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
And he goes back to his room. And final event. Swashbuckler and another two shipmate guys get into a fight. And they're fighting over this table. And they knock over a chair. And they're fighting one another. That's the event. You can either stop it or not. Doesn't matter.
I am going to cry out very loudly. You two! Is it 2 or 3?
It's 2.
You two, take it outside. I don't care what the squabble is about. Settle it out there.
No! Let's get him on the stage! Ha 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 ha!
Well, then we're taking bets and we're paying entertainment. I'll cut you in 10% of the purse apiece.
They stop and look at one another and then proceed to the stage. I'll go with that. That's an interesting... So those two guys start fighting on the stage. All right, we'll do some generation off of that. America's Batal.
Jeez.
All right. And since you guys are working together, You're sifting through, and you see a lot of heavy metal parts and a bunch of broken glass. All right, Kirkendall, your goal here is just to roll out strength enough to get the large pieces of this room taken care of. Edgar is there to take care of the small pieces, and Americus is there to salvage. So, is strength checks.
Give me a second.
Americus will be intelligence checks. Or
Okay.
investigation, actually. Sorry.
So you want me to roll strength?
Yes, you roll strength checks, and then Americus, you roll investigation. Or Frank, you could roll athletics. Sorry about that.
Athletics?
I didn't
Okay.
think about that. I didn't think about athletics for this because that's really is because you can hand carrying. Investigation 14. That's a good check. All right, Americus, you find a few distillery parts that are undamaged. They are the brass fittings and the stuff that is hard to get.
Nice. I'm gonna gather that stuff up.
Kirkendall, could you roll athletics, please?
On it now. At 20, so 24.
Another investigation roll from America's Batal. I'll give you all critical success on this. One more investigation. There you go. Oh, hell, 16. That's perfect. With his mighty strength, lifts up one of the largest copper vats in the middle of the room. When he does, Americus, you notice the largest copper vat, the most expensive piece for all the distilling, is not damaged.
Nice.
Hey guys, that thing's in good shape.
Where you want me to put it?
Gently put it right where you're at.
Can I put it, secure it on, was that the northern wall? Just
Yeah,
get it out of there?
I already have things set up for this, so don't worry.
Oh, cool.
Don't worry about it. So that's how we work it. Kirkendall, do another
Yes.
athletics for me, please.
Understood?
And that will determine what Americus is going to do.
Athletics. There it is. 5.
Bad roll. All right. Lifting up one of the lids for the distilling, you cut your hand on the broken glass. Damage. Americus, roll an investigation for rummaging, just through the piles.
Yeah, 20.
Nice. As you're rummaging through the piles, you notice there's a box in between two of the barrels. You pull the box out, and you find that it is perfectly in shape glass distilling lids, the ones that you need to replace.
Nice.
Kirkendall, you're up.
Alright. What you need?
Same thing, athletics.
Rolling. 19 plus 4, 23.
You managed to get all of the big, major, heavy stuff out of the room completely. The only thing that's left now are just barrels. When you were doing this, you revealed a secret hatch that leads down into the catacombs. I don't have anything left on the positive side of the list, so I'm just...
Fair enough.
At least. Americus, roll investigate for that, please. Investigate it. You see that it's a hole and a straight drop down. There's no way to climb down. And final run. So let's roll athletics. Last one.
Roll good, baby. 10.
10. Even Steven. You make progress on the barrels and cleaning out the barrels. You start to organize the barrels in the left side of the room. Americus, final investigation. Oh, nice. You find 4 giant barrels about the size of Kirkendall that are completely untapped, unbroken, and they are filled with premium whiskey.
Whoop. Get some money over here, bruh.
Yep. Next up, Baltan and Thalion. Thalion, you're going through the forest and searching for things. Baltan, you land outside of the range of Thalion's senses and shift back into human. You now join each other foraging and hunting. So, who wants to take the lead on the forage part?
Oh, fine. I'll volunteer.
Yeah,
to
and I
hunt.
can do the forage.
So, walking along together. Forage roll, please, and that would be nature.
I'm back, by the way. Sorry.
No worries, man. I'll get to your rolls next after I finish these. You'll be the last
right.
one, and then this cycle is done.
What do I need to roll for forage?
Nature. Oh, nice! You discover some very rare mushrooms that have a mild hallucinogenic effect. These are worth a very large amount of money in town.
Sweet.
Thalion, I believe yours is survival.
All right, give me a sec. Survival, you said?
Yes, sir, survival.
It's not fucking fine. I can't click it. What the fuck? In the browser, the fucking skills are too wide, and the button to roll is hidden by the border. Fuck, let me switch my phone.
It's okay. Baltan, roll one more nature check, please. In the meantime. Baltan, you're nailing it, brother. All right. You find some spices and herbs that are pretty rare as well. Some sage and mint.
I pissed.
Survival. You take a shot at a deer and you miss. Roll one more survival, please, so you can get caught up on both sets of rolls. Oh, there you go. You shoot an arrow straight and true. You manage to kill a wild boar. Got one small wild boar dead. All right, next, nature. Oh, sorry, Thalion, I didn't mean not nature for you. Sorry, the nature was for Baltan. Sorry.
My bad.
Baltan, you notice some tracks of an elk. Thalion, roll survival to track the elk. The general direction that he's going. Baltan, would you care to roll survival along with his to help track this elk? Since you're tracking together. You two locate the elk. Who's going to take the shot?
Rolling on survival or rolling actual bow skill?
This one you'll actually roll your actual attacks for it. Who's going to take the shot for it?
I should take the shot, brother.
I'll let you take it.
Take your shot.
That's right. PC's not working right now for some fucking reason. Good job, D&D.
Of my life.
That's a hit. Shot or hit roll.
Yes, it is. That is a hit by 1 point. You got it.
Oh, look at that big damn.
And you got him. You shoot an arrow through the air. It flies and it hits into the body of the elk. It pierces its heart and it drops to the ground. So you will be successfully bringing back one wild boar and one regular-sized elk. Both meats are not really available in town, so these are very specialized things. That combined with the specialized herbs and spices and your total combined rolls, your foraging and hunting in the forest yields 2 special dishes of a limited variety.
Sweet. Let's bring it back.
In the bar walk Stallion and Baltan. One's got a boar over his shoulders and one's got an elk dragging it into the bar, cleaned and dressed. Lucian, you see them coming in with this.
Hey, bad. Oh, excellent. Took it into the back. Thank you very much.
You gonna let him know about the secret herbs and spices and the hallucinogenic mushrooms you found?
Well, we don't serve the mushrooms. At least without telling people.
Get consent and everything. So is everybody... Wait, I need to do Marjorie. Perception now, please.
All right. Just 1 sec. I'm just getting there. You said perception?
This perception, you notice that the 2 people fighting on the stage for entertainment for everybody are actually to a point to where they're about to collapse and be really hurt. You think to yourself, it is about time that they just call it a draw of a match and you can patch them up.
Well, I tell them to consider stop fighting.
They both stop fighting. They're both bloody and beaten. Roll medicine twice, please. Seemingly normally patch one of them up, and then the other one you patch up pretty well. This has netted the bar an extra 80 gold for anybody keeping track.
I hope somebody dies.
No, I'm not keeping track. That's why I hired what's her name.
Yeah, I am.
She's keeping track.
Anyway, so, alright, that. One more perception roll.
From me?
Yep. Sorry, I'm cycling through all your stuff. You overhear of some people talking about how the consumption is a curse from the infernal cult. And they're saying that that's what they heard.
Infernal cold. So I'm going to write it down in my trusty notebook.
1 second, guys.
You said that they think it originates from infernal cold.
They think that the infernal cult is just cursing everybody because they worship the old gods, the old bad dragon gods.
I see.
Where's your name? There it is. Consulin and added. Did that go through? Oh, I need to save it. That's right. So that's there and updated. There it goes. It should have went. You should have got something from that on your Discord at least at some point. Final perception roll.
Right.
You overhear that somebody is planning to rob the tavern tonight when it closes. But he's a really drunk guy. I think I should steal all this place's money.
I see. And do I recognize this guy?
He's just a regular old towny swashbuckler guy. He's in and out of port all the time. You do recognize him. He's known to be harmless. He talks a lot of shit.
I see. Is he with a group of people?
Just 2 other people. That one, right there.
I see. I decide not to take any action this moment.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to fast forward time now. It is now closing time.
One last call for alcohol. So finish your whiskey and beer.
I love that song.
It is closing time now.
So what time is it?
About 1:50.
Yep. Right. That's correct.
We have Texas liquor laws in Talamdoon.
Rating the new one.
Gonna roll a perception and see how I feel.
We'll get to that in a second.
What fresh hell we got?
All kinds of fresh hell, my friend. All kinds of fresh hell.
Oh, Jesus.
This will be a good one. All right. Article that is generated. And I will be updating shortly. That one's done. Uploading. Go. The day is spoken. Pasted. 25. AGD. That's correct. Just decree. There we go. It's part of Toodle. That's weird. That's like that. Whatever. It doesn't need to be perfect, I guess. Adding groups. And the notification should go out to you guys shortly. There she goes. The day is spoken. 25th.
Lulu Dallas Multipass. Log in for that.
Notification on World Emblem?
Yes.
I got it in Discord, but yeah.
Oh, yes, Discord, yes. Oh, my phone's at 3%. Fuck me.
I gotta play with it plugged in.
All right. As the night winds down, people start to filing out the bar. The guy that was supposedly gonna rob the place is pretty much passed out with an arm into the pool of water. People start filing out of the bar's way, and everybody clears out the bar. And it's just you guys left in there. Americus and Kirkendall and Edgar all come upstairs, and they have big smiles on their face.
All right, y'all. Lucian, you there?
Yes?
Americus thinks he found some gold. The warehouse is looking a lot better. I'm still gonna have to do some trash removal.
No,
Yeah.
just let me do that part.
But still, it's looking a lot better. Secondly, we think we found another way into the catacombs, dude.
Oh. Where?
We can all walk in upright.
Where?
Yeah, Americus, tell Lucian, dude.
I'll let you tell him since you so much.
Alright? I hate you so much. To you, Americus.
Playing a
We
character,
think-
you should probably be playing a character that actually is drunk, so it would be easier for you to play that character. So, Americus and Kirkendall and Edgar come upstairs. Thalion and Baltan seem pretty fucking pleased with themselves that they were able to gather some things. Lucian, you feel a nice day's work done. You've made a total of close to 2,000 extra gold in this day.
Well, everyone, I just want to say, way to pull together and knock this out of the park. A couple more days like this, we could all retire.
Edgar smiles at you and he says, "That's not the only part. You want to come downstairs and see what we did?" And Edgar smiles at Kirkendall and Americus.
It better not be destroyed. I'll follow.
Edgar leads Lucian down into the basement. Is anybody else going with him?
Yeah, I am.
Kirkendall going with him?
I'll follow you.
Everybody's going?
Sure.
You all step into the basement. And when you step into this basement, you can actually hear your feet echo a little bit.